Also tonight, all set for the NPP's democracies under attack demonstration as the party vows to intensify pressure on government over what it describes as the persecution of political opponents.
And at 8 p.m., Pius Kojobaka breaks his business.
Finance consultant says the Bank of Ghana's directive for all banks to reduce non-performing loans by 10% by December 2026 is achievable if banks take decisive action now.
And at 8:30, Musbah comes your way with Prime Business.
Well, Ghana's Black Queens vows to avoid an early exit as they intensify preparation for their final group game against Mali tomorrow.
Well, remember, this is JoyNews. We are your home of independent, fearless, and credible journalism.
It's a good time to take a seat and please be our guest.
Welcome to the program. Tonight, the International Monetary Fund says Ghana's domestic gold purchase program, which was run by the Bank of Ghana to build the country's gold reserves and supply foreign exchange to the markets, generated losses of about 22 billion cedis in 2025. Now, according to the fund, those losses were equivalent to about 1.5% of Ghana's gross domestic product.
Well, the fund also stressed on broader challenges in Ghana's artisanal and small-scale mining sector, including persistent gold smuggling, limited tax revenue for the removal of the 1.5% withholding tax on unprocessed precious minerals, and environmental damage caused by illegal mining. To get more on the losses recorded by the Bank of Ghana, data analyst here at JoyNews, Jason there joins me in the studio to break down the numbers. What exactly do we know?
So, just as you said, the government, the IMF, have said that because of the new program, the new domestic gold purchase program, it has caused 22 billion Ghana cedis in terms of losses to the Bank of Ghana. Now, it's because of this kind of loss. I don't know if you remember, back in 2025, there was during the fifth review of the IMF on Ghana's ECF program, there was $214 billion loss that was highlighted in that report, and that was just trading losses. Now that has become, or now it has been clarified that it is 22 billion Ghana cedis in the domestic gold purchase program losses. Now, this 22 billion Ghana is 1.5% of Ghana's GDP. And it says a staggering picture because that amount of money being losses being done, all what the Bank of Ghana was doing in this kind of program was trying to accumulate reserves, trying to build the foreign reserves in order to keep the economy afloat. Now, in doing that, because of how good gold has been for the Ghanaian economy, in doing that, in making sure that particular money has gone through, what has happened is that 15.3% of entire gold purchases that have come into the country or into Ghana's reserves is now losses. Now, because of this, it has actually caused to the negative equity position of the Bank of Ghana, and then it is something that the Bank of Ghana was worried about, which is why now the IMF is pushing, or it's being said that the new program, or this particular program, now moves to gold board. Now we know what gold board is there for. They are therefore doing every particular thing on this particular purchase program. Now, why was this in the Bank of Ghana's books and not the gold bar was the big question that we're asking when we first saw the losses being raised back in 2025. But now that is going to be moved to gold bar. We hope that these losses will reduce.
Right. Thank you so much, Jason Day, with our research team there. But also joining us via Zoom is Ataisa. He's a member of the Finance Committee of Parliament. Good evening, Honourable, for your time. I want to find out from you your initial reaction to this 22 billion cedis and losses that we've seen. You'd want to unmute to make your point, sir. Well, it seems we're having trouble connecting with Ataisa, who is a member of the Finance Committee of Parliament. We'll try to work the lines and get him for his reactions to this and, you know, what government can do, as well as some of the measures suggested by the IMF, which the central bank has already disassociated himself.
Indeed. And that's one of the questions I would like us to ask him, really. The IMF is clear in their recommendation. They want the Bank of Ghana to move away from the domestic gold purchase program. Is it something that they're willing to push in Parliament? It's a conversation we'll like to have when he joins us. Well, away from that, the conversation about a presidential third term has taken a fresh turn as a national chairman of the National Democratic Congress, Johnson Nketia, has waded into the matter, accusing the opposition NPP of masterminding the controversy for cheap political points. Well, he indicated his position on the matter in an exclusive interview with Evans Mensah on PM Express last night. There is more in the following report.
There are currently 3 cases at the Supreme Court over whether President John Mahama is qualified for a third term, as the president himself has clearly indicated on several occasions that he's not interested for another term in office. But some persons, including Deputy General Secretary of the NDC, Mustapha Gbande, believes the decision does not lie solely with the president to make.
But the president doesn't speak to the party outside the party boardroom. So we are party executives. If the president wants to tell us, announce his intention to us, he will go to South Korea and go and say it there, and then we take it.
So are you saying what the president
didn't make him? The president didn't make himself. The party made him. The president Mama doesn't. We control him. He's our leader. He is the leader of the party. What the party says, plus what he thinks, is what takes place.
National chairman of the party, Johnson Nketia, however, has an opposing view when the matter was put to him on PM Express on Tuesday night.
The party has power to take any such position, because if a position comes up for contest, the party doesn't push any candidate. The party simply opens nomination for people to contest. So if you choose to contest, it's your business.
He said the opposition NPP is the mastermind behind the narrative to stoke controversy in the NDC for political gains.
I think those who are pushing this type of narrative, they want to tempt President Mahama to make some declaration in order to convince people that he's not coming. If you hear the narrative of NPP now, they are not discussing policy. They are trying to use this third term as a tool for mobilization of their base.
Speaking to some other political matters, he accepted the Supreme Court's directive to allow all party members to vote in the presidential and parliamentary primaries, but says it will be an expensive exercise to the parties.
The Electoral Commission took the view that this was a private election whose costs must be borne exclusively by the party. So every polling station, the Electoral Commission recruited about 4 polling officials. And we had to pay them and pay all the cost of the materials, everything.
You would also recall his strong defense for all 3 heads of the Electoral Commission. A year on, he said they are ready to work with Jean Mensah following the Supreme Court ruling ruling on her case.
My option was to get her gone even before last year, before the election.
True, before the election, you're right.
She remained and we won the election. So even if I wish her gone and she's still there, it means that we will have to work harder than if she were not there.
Now, the Obuasi Municipal Assembly has ordered the indefinite closure of the Obuasi Secondary Technical School following a violent incident in which the school's headmaster was allegedly attacked by a mob of students. The decision was taken after tensions on campus escalated into violence, prompting intervention by security agencies to restore calm and protect lives and property. Now, according to reports, tensions at the school escalated after some students alleged the headmaster had been seen in a nearby bush burying a fetus. Obuasi District Police Commander Superintendent Raymond Mahama Idrisu says 6 students are currently in police custody assisting with investigations.
Yesterday on the 4th, at around 12 o'clock in the night, midnight, we had information that the headmaster of Sepek Senior High School is under attack. So we moved there. And then actually one where the headmaster was actually assaulted. So we took him to the hospital. Then the information we have is that the students saw a small baby, that was about 2 or 3 days baby boy being they alleged that the boy was being buried at the spot, and it is the headmaster who did that. So based on that, the West went and attacked him. So after we took the headmaster to the hospital for treatment, we also follow up, and the students led us to where the alleged boy baby was buried. And actually, the students have already went and dug the hole or the grave that they buried the boy and assumed the body, and they covered. So we actually took the body and then sent it to the hospital. It's a baby boy, sent it to the hospital for further investigation. So after now, the school is closed down because of the way they attacked the headmaster. They went on a rampage and vandalized a lot of things of the headmaster's bungalow and other things. So due to the situation, the volatile situation at the school, the school authorities and the municipal assembly, MUSEC and others, so we came to the conclusion that the school be closed down for them to reorganize everything before the students will come back to school. So after now, the school is closed indefinitely. The other cases is other investigation. The headmaster is still on admission. So that is for now. The case is still under investigation as to whether it is true or not. The headmaster who buried the body or who did that and all those things. And we are still yet to unravel the right information of that.
We also understand that you've arrested some students to assist with the investigation.
Yes, those students we arrested. They were arrested in connection of the rampage. They went spoiling things. Those who were attacking and spoiling the headmaster's bungalow, and then other things. Some of them took some items, and we were able to arrest them and retrieve them from them. So that is why we arrested them. We arrested 6 of them, with the exception of one who is a day student. The rest are bodies. Now we conduct investigations, and some names come up. Definitely we'll pursue them and then get them also arrested, and then we go further and see Akufo-Addo, we put them before court.
Meanwhile, the Ministry of Education has directed the Ghana Education Service to commence full investigations into the disturbance and apply the appropriate disciplinary sanctions against all persons found culpable. Well, joining us via Zoom is the PRO for the Ghana Education Service, Daniel Fenyi. For more on this, Daniel, good evening. Many thanks for your time. We want to find out from you because, reports on social media from our reporters indicates that, the headmaster had some sort of amorous relationship with the students, which led to a pregnancy, the subsequent termination. And then we understand that this particular headmaster was going to bury that products of the abortion, and that's when the students got wind of his act and, went in Rambo style. What really are the facts of this matter?
Indeed, thank you for the opportunity. Immediately we got the news, this unfortunate assault on the headmaster of the school, and we saw the severity of the assault with blood oozing all over the face and the body of the head. We couldn't but to send some management members from Accra to Obuasi. So as we speak, and the Deputy Director General of the Ghana Education Service, together with some management members, are in Obuasi to ascertain for themselves to engage some of the participants, some of the students, some of the teachers to gather the facts of the issues. So I should mention to you that investigations have been initiated. We want to get to the bottom of the issues. We want to understand the issues because indeed sanctions will definitely be administered to whoever will be found culpable. At the moment, yes, we are also hearing scattered pieces of information. We don't want to take decisions based on these scattered pieces of information. That's the one reason our team members from the management are on the grounds to engage and to interact and be able to gather the full facts of the issues. But let me put on record that we condemn the assault. We don't think that violence, we don't think that assault solves any problem, especially at the time when the Ghana Education Service and management even do not encourage corporal punishment, do not encourage beating of the children. How much more children now resorting to assault on their teachers, and in this case, even the head or the leader of the school? And so we believe that regardless of the issues, regardless of the extent of the matter, assault and violence should not have been used by the
All right, so Daniel, we know that 6 students have been arrested and the school has been shut down indefinitely. Until when? I'm talking about the closure of the school. And with regards to these 6 students that have been arrested, what's the latest with them?
Yes, so for these students, we would allow, as Ghana Education Service, we would allow the law to take its full course with them. And so, anytime incidents of this nature happen, 2 administrative processes take place. 1, the GES Code of Conduct, and then the laws of the country. And when the actions, when the assault, when the behavior or misconduct of the student are identified to have gone ultra-vires, to have gone beyond the code of conduct, the state gets interested. And this is the more reason you might see some students being arrested. But beyond the arrest, as Ghana Education Service, the code of conduct will still apply. And for
will that also apply to the headmaster should he be found culpable of the allegations leveled against him by the students?
100%. Our code of conduct is not selective. Whoever is found culpable, indeed, will be administered some sanction. And so we have code of conduct both for the students and then the teachers as well. So for us, we take them through the investigative process, we take them through the disciplinary processes, we make sure that they have all been given some fair hearing, and once the investigations are done, sanctions are administered regardless of whoever is involved. Once you are culpable, sanctions are.
Daniel Fenyi, thank you so much. He is the PRO for the Ghana Education Service.
To other stories tonight, the Minister for Local Government, Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs, Ahmed Ibrahim, has assured Muslim and Christian leaders of government support as they join forces to enforce and confront the growing wave of indiscipline in schools across the country. At the 4th Ghana Muslim Leaders and Catholic Bishops Dialogue in Accra, the two religious groups constituted a joint committee to spearhead the implementation of recommendations aimed at restoring discipline and moral values in the educational system. Fatau Bayaga has more in the following report.
At the 4th Ghana Muslim Leaders and Catholic Bishops Dialogue, the religious leaders described the worsening conduct of students as a serious national crisis that threatens discipline, moral values, and the future of the country's educational system, insisting that immediate intervention is no longer optional. Here is a speech by the National Chief Imam, Sheikh Osman Nuhu Sharbatu, read on his behalf.
There is growing concern about the spate of indiscipline plaguing us all in all facets of our national life. Of even greater concern and worry to the government, the society, and stakeholders in education is the specter of gross indiscipline and hooliganism in our educational space. To that effect, a joint working committee would be set up to see to the implementation of the recommendations of this meeting.
For the president of the Catholic Bishops' Conference, Most Reverend Matthew Kwesi Jamfi, indiscipline has become one of Ghana's most pressing national challenges and requires urgent and decisive action.
Invite all of us to reflect together on one of the most pressing challenges facing Ghana today. Indiscipline of students is not merely a question of bad behavior or broken rules. It points to a deeper issue.
The Minister for Local Government, Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs commended the collaboration between the two denominations and pledged government support to strengthen their efforts to restore discipline and moral values in schools.
And the President of the Catholic Bishop Conference for their collaboration to do the interfaith dialogue. This is the 4th of such series. As children of the Abrahamic family, they come together every year to dialogue on how to bring back principles and values of their faith to peacefully coexist together. And that is why the Minister for Education is now taking it upon himself. And as local government minister, local government and education, they do the basic schools and preschools and all those things. So we'll collaborate together and something positive will happen. We've been warned not to be announcing policies before they are implemented.
The dialogue is expected to produce concrete recommendations with the Muslim and Christian leaders, insisting that protecting discipline in schools is essential to safeguarding the future of Ghana's children and the nation as a whole. For JoyNews, Fatau Bayaga, Accra.
So more news tonight. Germany's ambassador to Ghana, Friedrich Landschaft, has backed a proposal to extend the terms of president and members of parliament from 4 to 5 years. The Constitution Review Committee's recommendations has been accepted by government and will now go through the constitutional amendment process. Speaking at the launch of an Afrobarometer survey on citizens' view of the shifting global order, Ambassador Landschaft said 5-year terms would give the executive and legislature more time to deliver.
I have always believed that governments need time to govern. Personally, I'm a strong supporter of 5-year legislative terms because good policy takes time. And governments should not have to govern with one eye permanently fixed on tomorrow's headlines. But time to govern should never mean losing touch with society. Political leaders need instruments that help them understand how public opinion evolves, where concerns are growing, and how expectations and priorities are changing. In Germany, our former Chancellor Angela Merkel was known for taking opinion research remarkably seriously. Not because polls should dictate political decisions, they should not, but because they offer an important instrument for understanding society. Beyond anecdotal evidence, beyond the loudest voices in the media, beyond our own personal convictions, beyond the pressure of party politics, and today more than ever beyond social media bubbles shaped by algorithmic logic, commercial logic, and even addictive logic.
But the German ambassador says Ghana and other democracies are facing another challenge. That's a growing crisis of confidence, particularly among young people who are increasingly questioning whether democracy is delivering for them.
Indispensable. Across continents, democracies are facing a growing crisis of confidence. Many people feel unheard. Many no longer believe that politicians fully understand their everyday realities, and many question whether democratic governance is still capable of delivering. Young people in particular often feel that decisions about their future are being taken by generations that grew up under very different circumstances. And no doubt, reliable evidence cannot solve these challenges, but it helps us understand them. And that is precisely why institutions such as Afrobarometer matter so much. Their data, your data, helps political leaders make better decisions. It helps researchers understand society more deeply, and it helps businesses make long-term investment decisions. Germany's solidarity with Afrobarometer is rooted in a simple conviction. Societies make better decisions when citizens are heard. And that is why Germany has proudly supported.
We're watching Prime here on JoyNews, but still to come, all set for the MPP's Democracy Under Attack demonstration as the party vows to intensify pressure on the government over what it describes as the persecution of political opponents.
When malaria shows up, it doesn't knock. It just takes over.
Oh, no. This fever is too much.
When malaria comes,
respond with Mala-2.
Fight malaria with Mala-2 tablets or syrup from Ernest Chemists. Test for malaria first before taking Mala-2. If symptoms persist for more than 48 hours, see a doctor. This advert is FDA approved.
All these were food.
Food to the brain, Mankasa.
I only took small, Peo.
Small? You pour like waterfall.
Let's check the camera, shall we?
What camera?
I knew it.
Hey. Hey, Mommy, Daddy.
Fruit challenge for sharing. No need to hide to enjoy.
Family that share together.
Stay together.
Wait, there's more.
Hey, Grandma.
Someone match it.
Frutelli, the family drink. This advert is FDA approved. Day by Day exists in lotion, cream, soap, and more. Day by Day has 4 fragrance range.
Hello, my name is Pamela from Customer Service. Please revalidate your account by texting your Ghana card number to 0500,000 247.
Hey, Abili, wabadim.
Madam, give me the numbers behind your ATM card. I'm calling from the head office.
An email was delivered across to our customers this morning.
Confirm if this is your bank account. 100,100,100.
Thanks for sending your bank card details.
Send the OTP now to avoid cancellation.
EcoBank will never call, email, send an SMS asking for your PIN, OTP, bank card, or Ghana card details.
Don't get played. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Hello, please, I'm calling from Customer Experience Center.
That's right. Did you see that? That is me. Without me, that tap would just be decoration.
That's so. So when the water comes, where exactly is it waiting? Pipe. I also didn't see any bedroom no. Me tank. Me na me kura.
At least I move water.
And I keep it safe.
Without me, nothing flows.
What's happening?
I bring the life.
I preserve it.
Hey, why is the water going on and off like this? Maybe I can do it alone.
Maybe I need you too.
Strong, reliable, built for every home.
Syntex pipes and tanks. The perfect
water team. Syntex. Are you strong? Are you tough?
Welcome to a place where everyday living is reimagined, where space, movement, and community come together effortlessly. With thoughtfully designed spaces, modern facilities, and everything you need within reach. You don't just live here, you feel safe, comfortable, and at ease. Step inside Eden Heights and discover spaces crafted for comfort, style, and everyday living. And just when it feels right, you will know. Because this isn't just about finding a house, it's about stepping into a better way of living. Eden Heights, the height of modern living. Book a private viewing today.
Malaria's remedy is Lunat. Therefore, we're gonna use Lunat to recover. You have malaria? Yes, are you shivering? Yes, yes. You got chills? Yes, take Lunat. First day, take Lunat. Second day, take Lunat. Third day, take Lunat. That's all. Lunat scatter malaria. Lunat scatter malaria.
This advert is FDA approved.
You're welcome back. Now, it is less than 24 hours to the New Patriotic Party's nationwide demonstration against what it describes as attacks on Ghana's democracy, judicial independence, and constitutional governance. The party says the protest, dubbed Democracy Under Attack, is expected to highlight what it describes as government selective justice and political persecution. My colleague Stephen Mensah reports.
We are the new Patriotic Party. The elephant is the way the same go. We shall wait to save Ghana.
The issues the New Patriotic Party says it intends to highlight in its petitions to the Supreme Court, the Presidency and Parliament include the discontinuance of a number of high-profile criminal prosecutions involving former government officials and politically exposed persons. Henry Nana Boache is the national organizer for the party.
The national demonstration is being organized in response to what we consider
an emerging pattern of politically motivated persecution, selective application of justice, disregard for due process, and actions which, in our considered opinion, threaten the independence of critical democratic institutions. These developments have raised serious concerns regarding constitutional governance, the separation of powers, public confidence in the administration of justice, and the continued strength of Ghana's democratic institutions.
The party has also accused the government of suppressing free speech, pointing to what it describes as the arrest of journalists, party activists, and social media users who have criticized the administration.
Under President Mahama, we have witnessed what we will describe as the wanton suppression and criminalization of free speech. Just yesterday, the communications officer for Asante Achem South, popularly known as Papa Rich, who is also a journalist, he's your colleague. He works with Ahwenepa FM. He was arrested after his program.
The party says it intends to hold similar demonstrations across the country to push home its campaign for judicial independence, the rule of law, and the protection of Ghana's democratic institutions.
Still on the MPP, the party says government's 2 cedi per litre diesel relief could create about 1.3 billion Ghana cedis in foregone revenue, warning the intervention is fiscally unsustainable and risky, pulling more pressure on the country's finances. Well, the criticism comes after government introduced the diesel subsidy following the latest fuel price adjustment, describing the measure as temporary and a relief for consumers. Stephen Mensah has more in the full report.
Criticism comes after government introduced the diesel subsidy following the fuel price adjustment, a move the NPP describes as temporary relief to address the concerns of consumers.
The government described the intervention as a reduction in the regulatory margin rather than a subsidy. That distinction matters legally, but not economically. Foregone revenue is still a cost. On the basis of the earlier diesel program, which cost 800 million cedis over 2 months, this one-month measure implies roughly 400 million cedis in foregone revenue. Adding the earlier petrol relief of 99.4 million cedis, the cumulative cost of the stated 2026 interventions comes to approximately 1.3 billion cedis.
The party in a press conference says government must publish the full petroleum price build-up and explain how the 2 Ghana cedi per litre diesel relief will be financed, insisting Ghanaian consumers deserve full disclosure on the intervention.
Ghana cannot solve a debt and arrears crisis by creating new hidden revenue losses. The questions we are asking the government, and he has to answer, is this. We therefore put the following questions to the government. First, which specific margins, levies or taxes are being reduced to finance the 2 cedi diesel relief?
Government has, however, defended the measure. Member of Parliament's Finance Committee, Atta Issa, says the intervention is a necessary cushion for consumers and should not be viewed as a threat to the country's fiscal stability.
It is designed to cushion transporters and its rippling effect on operators, farmers, and other stakeholders of this country. So it is not accurate to say that it is not a repeal of the 1 cedi levy, because they are not the same. This is a temporary intervention with the impact that we are seeking to improve the livelihood of our people. The 1 cedi levy, if you remember the time that we were passing it, we were very clear that the levy was to finance energy sector shortfalls and debt obligations.
The NPP argues that with uncertainty over how long tensions in the Middle East will continue to influence global oil price, introducing fresh revenue losses without a clear financing plan risks worsening debt and arrears in the petroleum sector rather than strengthening its finances.
To more news tonight, the paramount chief of Wichao wants police to end what he calls old tactics of extracting information from suspects in custody. His call comes as police investigates the death of a young youth leader, Abu Tijani, also known as Master One. The Upper West Regional Police Command has promised a transparent probe, as Rafiq Salam reports.
The Upper West Regional Police Commander, DCOP Francis Jiribare, led a delegation here to commiserate and to promise answers. The reason the death of youth leader Abu Tijani, alias Master One, during a police operation on Sunday, July 26. The chief's message was blunt, delivered by Gurumana Alhaji Osman. He told police to end alleged abuse in custody.
My advice to you, Regional Commander, and for you to also advise some of your units, is that they abandon some such tactics of extracting information from persons in custody. Those tactics belong to another era of human history. They should rather adopt modern professional techniques of eliciting information from persons kept in custody on alleged crimes.
An autopsy has been done on Master One by a professional pathologist. The chief says both police and family must accept the results.
It is my hope, prayer, and desire that both the police administration and the deceased family will accept whatever report the pathologist comes up with in order to assuage our hearts and dispel rumors.
The Upper West Regional Police Commander, DCOP Francis Jiribare, says the IGP has ordered a full investigation.
He has immediately asked the Police Professional Standard Bureau to go into the merit of this incident. And that investigation is ongoing.
The Upper West Commander revealed 2 officers were injured, and he issued a warning continued attacks could force police to relocate the Wichao station.
I know 3 police officers here have been ejected by their landlords, and that is the very, very first signal that the community may want to reject the police. If there's a police station, the police officers who work there are not acceptable to live in that community, there is a signal inside and outside going forward. We need to work together and see what the gray areas are.
What happens next in Wichao will depend on whether trust can be rebuilt. Reporting for JoyNews, Rafiq Salam, Wichao.
To other stories now, in Kwanta SHS and Bikoye Community SHS saw their hopes of representing OT region for the first time shattered as Kajebi Asato SHS powered their way to victory. Ramat Bashiru has more from today's OT regional qualifiers of the 2026 National Science and Maths Quiz.
Wisdom and courage. With 52 points, KJB Asato Senior High School, they've been able to secure the second ticket to qualify to the national stage of the 2026 National Science and Maths Quiz Championship. Take me through how you feel.
Oh, you see, today's contest, I was expecting thousands of points, but you know, Jesus Christ came to advise us. He said we should just take it easy, you know. You see, but you know, my most appreciation goes to God. God has done a lot, have taken us through. My other greetings goes to our coordinator. Because of the training we have been through, because of our coordinator, we have been able to succeed through this. But you know, I was expecting thousands of points, but Jesus Christ, yeah. Jesus Christ advised us. I'm not surprised at all. I'm not surprised. Yeah. I agree to our coordinator.
Life and talent. Life and talent. Life and talent. Life and talent. We are here. We are here. We are taking the championship. Life and talent. We are taking it.
How do you also feel?
Yeah, I feel so good, and we can't wait to reach the nationals, and we are ready to meet any other schools coming. They should be waiting for us. We are ready for them.
We will cook them.
What will you do to them?
We will cook them. They will be cooked. We will show our steez.
So finally, what do you have to stand the schools you are going to meet at the national stage?
They should wait for us. Chilas, we are coming. We are bringing the heat. Let's meet and we shall see.
Kasek,
the giant.
Kasek,
the giant.
Kasek,
the giant. I'm motorizing the perfect sea.
High School in Akufo-Addo is heading to the national championship for the very first time. Students erupted in celebration after the school secured the historic qualification of the Eastern Regional Qualifiers. Collins from Pong reports.
Feeling that you can never quantify. When your school qualified for the most prestigious academic competition in Ghana here, for the first time in the school's history, you will put up such a marvelous drama here. Let me get some of the students, how they are feeling. I know you are excited. First time your school is going to the national. How are you feeling?
I'm very, very proud. I'm very, very proud. My school, I'm proud of my school. And then shout out to our headmaster 1.
Right, thank you. Your school, Pentecost Senior High School, has made it to the national championship for the first time in the school's history. How are you feeling?
Ecstatic. I'm so proud of us. How much they worked hard and seeing them all the efforts they put in. I'm just so glad that they also achieved what they did.
Well, you're still watching JoyNews Prime, and it's important that we let you know that an event that we scheduled to come up tomorrow would not be coming up. It's by kind courtesy of our plastic waste management decks, and that's on your screen right now. We're having a national dialogue on that, but it has been rescheduled to Tuesday, 11 August 2026 at 10 a.m. So please do make a date with us. We apologize for the inconvenience caused. We would bring you that on Tuesday, our plastic waste management national dialogue here at the JoyNews Show. Well, Samani, it's time now for showbiz.
Goodbye.
Oh,
enjoy the show.
Thank you. I will.
Your phone only has one job, to keep up with you. But when your camera freezes, your messages arrives late, your video calls keeps breaking, and your battery gives up even before the day begins. Maybe your phone is trying to tell you something. Maybe it's time to get something better. Purchase the phone that keeps up with you during CompuGhana's Mobile Prime Week, the biggest mobile phone festival where top brands meet best prices. From the 27th of July to the 9th of August, enjoy exciting discounts on smartphones from Samsung, Samsung, Tecno, Infinix, Itel, Vivo, Xiaomi, Huawei, Hotwave, and Doji, plus amazing gifts. Compute Ghana has the right choice for you. Visit any Compute Ghana showroom or shop online at ComputeGhana.com. Call us on 0302-752020 or WhatsApp us on 0243-143-143. Mobile Prime Week, the biggest mobile phones festival. Top brands, best prices. Compute Ghana, passion for technology.
Palladium Residences in Achimota isn't just an address, it's the home you truly earned. Secure your place with just a 10% deposit and choose from beautifully designed modern apartments or spacious townhouses built for everyday comfort. This is more than a building. It's a vibrant, curated community with a clubhouse, state-of-the-art gym, and an on-site hotel, all at ABC Junction, minutes from Achimota Mall. Enjoy city energy while retreating to your private sanctuary. Call now to reserve your unit and benefit from limited launch incentives, including priority unit selection, executive pricing, and flexible payment options available. Don't miss the chance to pick the best homes. Book your private site visit today. Call 050-9823-424. Palladium Residences. Live smart, invest better.
So, this strategy will lead... Oh no, not again.
Say, relax. The generator will come on now.
The generator is not working.
Why stress yourself when the experts are just one tap away? Introducing Left Power, the smart emergency support app from Left Signature Limited. With Left Power, certified engineers respond fast, anytime, anywhere. No delays, no stories.
Hello, sir. This is Left Signature Limited. The request has been received and our engineers are already on their way. Please relax. We've got you covered.
This is professional. Every Left expert is certified, verified, and can be tracked in real time. Oh, you'll know they're coming before they even arrive. From electrical engineering and solar power systems to data center management, cloud services, smart automation, and software development, Left Signature delivers excellence, fast, reliable, and professional. Left Power.
Your solution is just one tap away.
Available on Play Store and App Store.
Big game today as Ghana faces England.
You forgot the eggs.
And the whole nation is ready. Shot on target. Oh, what a save! Benjamin Asari flying for Ghana. Politics is always safe.
Every day, in the moments we love, we rely on clean and safe water that flows from Polytank.
Well, it's time now for showbiz and Becky Beck's day upon the show.
Yeah.
Me
house. Well, today, this evening, we're taking you all the way to Jamaica because the president won our president. This is Jamaica, right?
Yeah.
You have to take it easy. I'll be reading in patois.
You know?
Because
me
president, your president, Mr. John Dramani Mahama, celebrated Jamaica's rich Pan-African heritage by paying homage to Marcus Garvey, whose ideals inspired Ghana's founding father, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, including the adoption of the Black Star symbol. The president also visited Bob Marley museum, recognizing the global cultural influence of the reggae legend. Me president, your president on the screen.
Jah Rastafari.
Jah Rastafari.
said love. One. Love. When I said Bob, you said Marley. Bob. Marley. And if you're Irish, you said yeah, man. Thank you very much. Now, this is all that we have to give to you in this room as my beautiful operation manager. Yeah.
Well, this tells you how Bob Marley's influence, impacts a lot of generation. No, the accent is not. But Mr. President,
we did on this.
Rastafari. First, relax. Relaxing for the president. So I wanted to. I'm just wondering why I wasn't involved in this. I know I'm very special, Mr. President. You know I'm special.
Exactly.
You should
Maxwell, come back home.
You should have
the presidential correspondent.
Instead of Maxwell.
Yeah.
You could have involved me in this because I speak patois. You know I speak good patois. I love Bob Marley like you love Bob Marley. Mr. President, all hat to you. I have to do the next story, but I'll visit you very soon and tell you all about Jamaica. Well, you tell me all about Jamaica. Today on Spotlight, what happens when you ignore a call from God? For gospel musician Perez Music, the answer came in a way he could never have expected. His studio went up in flames after he chose to hold on to the very thing he had been asked to give up. But that fire was only the beginning of a much bigger journey, one that took him from the secular music scene, but where he was known as Tiny, to becoming the gospel artist we know today as Perez Music. There's more in the following reports.
Long before he became known as Perez Music, he was just a young boy called Tiny. Born from Ni Okaitego, his musical journey began long before he found his way to the gospel. At Infantipim School, he was already recording his own songs and carrying his demos around on CDs.
So my first day at school, I got a name. They called me Tiny. Because when I was going to school, I had my demos. I used to rap and dance.
But while his rap music career was taking shape, another calling was already beginning to make itself known. However, Tiny was not ready to let go of the life he was building.
I've been getting prophecies that, you need to start doing the work of God, and I've been stubborn because I was enjoying the secular, recording the boys in the area. I was going to buy additional equipment, and then I heard the voice, but I disregarded it. And I went forward and I bought the equipment.
Then came December 24th. Something happened that would change the course of his life forever.
On the 24th of December that year, I woke up in the morning, everything was fine. I was just going to pick something. I came back, the studio was on fire.
Everything was gone. He finally answered the call he had been resisting for years.
I sat back and I was like, okay, God, okay, I hear.
And eventually, Tiny gave way to Perez Music, producing songs like Tenacity and Ewale Lala. His new journey came with recognition, earning him 2 VGMA wins for the Songwriter of the Year and Best Male Vocal Performance. His journey from Tiny to Perez Music is more than a change of name. It is the story of what happened when a young man's plans collided with God's call, just like Jonah.
Perez Music and then showbiz for us here on JoyNews Prime. We appreciate your time here on the news.
At this point, I want to put myself up for adoption.
Why, you're tired?
Yes, please. The independent lady I said I wanted to do and be, I'm tired. So, Ghanaians, please adopt me. Thank you.
Well, Steve's so excited. Please log on to myjoyonline.com. That's where you find all the news. Yeah. Well, I'm also up for adoption. Forget I said that. Log on to myjoyonline.com.
Very important.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Prime Business with me, Pius Kojo Baka. Head of Finance at Meban Capital, Nelson Kujukwu-Agbeji, says the Bank of Ghana's directive for all banks to reduce non-performing loans to 10% or below by December 2026 is achievable if banks take decisive action now. The Bank of Ghana issued the directive as part of measures to strengthen asset quality and financial sector stability. Speaking to Joy Business on the development, Mr. Kujukwu-Agbeji identified discounting and selling off NPLs as the fastest way for banks to clean their loan books.
I wouldn't say it is not realistic. If you look at the statistics given by the governor, June 2025, the NPL was around 23%, and then it reduces to about 18.9% in December 2025, and then currently in June 16%. So I think the 10% is actually achievable. However, the only issue is that the banks are not having the same credit portfolio, and to the extent that they are not having the same credit portfolio, their NPLs percentages may also not be the same. Now, when you check the second quarter financials of most of the banks, I think most of them are gradually reducing their NPLs, and so the 10% is actually achievable by the end of December 2026. One of the strategies that the banks can adopt is to sell off those non-performing loans. They can discount them to discount houses. I mean, there is no need for you to carry those NPLs on your book, and they will make your books not looking so good, and so they can discount it. And those that are fully provisioned with the approval from the Bank of Ghana, they can also proceed to write them off. The thing is that if you have a high NPLs, what it technically means is that it will impact on your profitability and your liquidity. And so the prudent approach is either to sell them or discount them, or better still, write them off.
Now, the Bank of Ghana is planning to sell up to $1 billion to the market for this month. This will be done through its Forex intermediation program. More in this report.
This was the same amount that the Bank of Ghana sold to commercial banks through its intermediation program for last month. It was the expectation of some market players that, looking at the current pressure on the Ghana cedi, the central bank will move to increase the amount of dollars that it plans selling to the commercial banks in August this month. However, based on information that we've picked up, the central bank will still stick to what it sold in July, that is $1 billion. The auctions will be done every 2 weeks this month, but looking at the current pressure on the Ghana cedi, it was the expectation the regulator would increase the amount of dollars supplied for the market. According to data that we have picked up, the Bank of Ghana spent some $1 billion in the month of July for its intermediation program. The regulator also put the city's rate of depreciation against the dollar since the beginning of this year at more than 10%. Some market analysts have argued that supply is still not enough to meet market demand. That is why the Ghana cedi is still under some pressure.
Still within the financial sector, Akufo-Addo Community Bank PLC is targeting a stated capital of 10 million cedis by the close of 2026 to secure regulatory approval to operate as an urban bank as part of a broader strategy to expand beyond its rural roots. This was disclosed in the chairman's statement of the bank's 2025 annual report following its successful transition to a community bank from Akufo-Addo Rural Bank in response to the Bank of Ghana's microfinance sector reforms. Details in this report.
The BOG has raised minimum paid-up capital requirements to 5 million cedis for existing community banks and set new requirements for all financial institutions to ensure stability and good governance. Other key changes include expanded geographical reach, allowing community banks to now operate and attract deposits from both rural and urban populations, and stricter capital obligations. Presently, the stated capital of Akufo-Addo Community Bank stands at 5.6 million cedis, up from 2.5 million cedis. Board Chairman Johnson Yao Jedu Jamra explains.
Right. Now already I've changed our name from Rural Bank to Community Bank, right? Now, our aim is to hit 10 million. New community banks coming in are supposed to pay 10 million. Have a minimum stated capital of 10 million. But if you are existing one and you are able to move your capital to at least 10 million, then you'll be given the privilege to operate as an urban community bank, in which case we can go to anywhere in the country to open our branch, and then we can operate to make more profits, declare more profits, and then we also have more dividends to be paid to our shareholders.
Akyemamponua Community Bank has posted strong financial results for 2025, with profit after tax rising to 17.3 million cedis, supported by Ghana's sustained economic recovery. According to the 2025 Annual General Report, income from all sources grew 39% to 54.1 million cedis, driven by a 43% increase in the net interest income and improved asset liability management. Total assets grew to 356.1 million cedis, while customer deposits increased by 26.5%, indicating sustained customer confidence.
Now, the current performance, where we declared only 10% of our profits, our profit after tax as dividend, we are hoping next year we can move up to say 20%, so that shareholders will be okay, and then we'll have the interest to invest more.
The International Monetary Fund has stated that youth unemployment in Ghana has been stubbornly high at around 30% for ages 15 to 24. In its country report on Ghana, it said social conditions remain challenging despite safeguards. More in this report.
The World Bank estimates that poverty declined modestly to 37.1% in 2025, reflecting disinflation and improved growth in agriculture and services. To address the issue of unemployment, particularly among the youth, the IMF said the authority's medium-term national development policy framework emphasizes growth centered on labor-intensive sectors. The IMF continued that Ghana faces substantial social protection gaps that require a sustained scaling up of allocations and improvements in program effectiveness. It added that the livelihood empowerment against poverty coverage, even after the planned expansion, will reach only a fraction of the almost 40% of Ghanaians living below the international poverty line. While education outcomes have shown improvement, it said enrollment rates, particularly at the secondary level, remain below SDG targets and quality indicators lag peer countries.
Away from the International Monetary Fund, the World Bank Group's World Development Report 2026 has stated that artificial intelligence could allow developing countries like Ghana to do in a decade what might otherwise take a century if governments on the African continent act swiftly to close the gaps in power connectivity, skills, and institutional quality. Here are excerpts of the report.
The report released on August 4 revealed that jobs in high-income countries are more than 3 times as likely to be at risk of automation by generative AI than those in low and middle-income countries, where 4.5% of existing jobs are at risk, compared with 14.2% in high-income countries. At the same time, the report pointed out that 16.2% of jobs in developing economies like Ghana could see productivity meaningfully boosted by AI, close to 18.7% expected in high-income countries. It added that the greatest promise for developing countries lies not in replacing workers, but in amplifying what they can do. According to the World Bank, AI has thrown developing economies a lifeline, and they should seize it.
Head of Cybersecurity Technology Standards at the Cybersecurity Authority, Jake France, has warned individuals to desist from involving corporate names and acronyms in any search using artificial intelligence tools. He says the practice is exposing sensitive corporate data and creating new avenues for cyber fraud and phishing. Speaking at the maiden EcoBank Joy Business Financial Dialogue Series, Mr. France said many Ghanaians and employees are unknowingly leaking confidential information by typing company-specific details into public AI chatbots.
If you are fond of using AI to do your work, please leave out your company name. Leave out the company name in your searches. Personally, you can do what you want, but leave out the company name in your searches, because the moment you put it there, the tool is smart enough to gather all that stuff, aggregate it, and start figuring out how things work. We've tried it. We've tested it with some companies where we said, what are you working on? And they said, we're working on this project. We said, okay, tell us a little bit about it. They said, no, it's private. We just went online and typed in 3 keywords, and everything they are working on came on, because at one point in time, or at some point in time, somebody had gone in there to do a research to complete that work. So I would advise all of you to please stop using your company name, acronyms in searches to do your work. Find a better way, because the moment you type in anything resembling or close to what you do, the AI is smart enough to aggregate all that stuff. It's a machine learning language, so it's going to start learning that. And if I ask it a question, it's now going to give me the 2 responses and say, for now, this is what I know.
Now, the Chief Executive Officer of MTN Ghana, Stephen Blewett, has called on businesses to view sustainability as a core business strategy rather than a corporate social responsibility initiative, stressing that long-term business success depends on creating positive environmental and social impact. Speaking at the launch of MTN Ghana's 2026 Sustainability Month, Mr. Blewett said business growth and sustainable development must go hand in hand if companies are to remain resilient and relevant in the future.
Good business and good impact must move together. In the long run, they are the same agenda. Ladies and gentlemen, MTNers, this month is where strategy meets action. So the first thing is through doing for the planet, we treat resources efficiently, climate responsibility and waste reduction as business resilience issues, not just environmental ones. And we already have proof that small actions add up.
Meanwhile, MTN has launched the 8th edition of its Heroes of Change initiative with a significant increase in prize money aimed at empowering individuals and organizations making a difference in their communities. Organizers say the enhanced rewards are intended to help beneficiaries expand their social impact while inspiring more Ghanaians to volunteer for community development.
For more than 7 years, MTN Ghana's Heroes of Change initiative has celebrated ordinary Ghanaians doing extraordinary work in their communities. As Season 8 officially opens, the telecommunications company is doubling the prize package to strengthen the impact of beneficiaries and encourage more nominations. Chief Corporate Services and Sustainability Officer at MTN Ghana, Adrobi Afe, says the increased prize money should not be viewed as payment for community service, but as an investment to enable beneficiaries to do more.
This year, the prices have grown considerably, but I just want to be clear about what they are. They are not payment for work already done. We are not paying our heroes. This is just a recognition of the work that they've done. They are an investment in the work still to come. The overall winner's prize has increased from 200,000 Ghana cedis to 400,000 Ghana cedis. Each category winner will receive 200,000 Ghana cedis, an increase from 60,000 Ghana cedis. Each finalist will receive 100,000 Ghana cedis, an increase from 45,000 Ghana cedis. Special prizes for sustainability, digital innovation, and rewards for nominators of the 10 finalists.
Judge of the competition, musician and entrepreneur Ochiame Kwame says the search is for selfless individuals whose commitment goes beyond financial reward.
We are looking out for people who have worked in communities. People who are working without necessarily being paid for it. We are looking out for teachers who are staying overnight to help children do their homework. We are looking out for nurses who are respectful, who are going into the communities to do good. We are looking out for NGOs and individuals in civil societies who have dedicated themselves to service beyond how much are you paying me, beyond what is in it for me.
Winner of the 7th edition, Dr. Angela Dramina says the prize money has enabled her organizations to provide critical support for vulnerable women and children.
100,000 cedis means a lot, because by that you can take somebody to the hospital for antenatal, somebody who has been defiled, somebody who needs a service like a shelter, basic food, basic items. So the 100,000 Ghana cedis prize as an MTN Hero of Change was significant to the work that I do.
The launch of the Season 8 marks another chapter in MTN Ghana's effort to celebrate and empower ordinary Ghanaians whose selfless contributions continue to improve lives and strengthen communities across the country.
And to some other business stories, government of Ghana has taken a major step to reduce methane emissions from the country's oil and gas sector, one of the biggest sources of the potent greenhouse gas. Although methane remains in the atmosphere for a shorter time than carbon dioxide, it traps far more heat, making it a major contributor to global warming. To tackle the problem, the Environmental Protection Authority has launched new guidelines to detect, monitor and repair methane leaks across the industry. Michael Ashali has more in this report.
Methane may not stay in the atmosphere as long as carbon dioxide, but scientists say it is more than 80 times more potent at trapping heat over a 20-year period. And in Ghana, the oil and gas sector remains one of the country's biggest sources of methane emissions, largely through leaks, venting and gas flaring. In a bid to tackle the problem, the Environmental Protection Authority has launched new national guidelines for the inspection, monitoring, and reporting of fugitive methane emissions from the oil and gas sector. The EPA's Director of the Petroleum Department, Engineer George Kweku-Diego, says the guidelines will ensure leaks are identified and repaired within a defined period.
This guidelines is going to make sure all leaks are detected and repaired at an acceptable time frame between industries and the EPA.
EPA's Director for Sustainability and Circular Economy, Larry Kotoi, says companies will now be required to put in place leak detection and repair programs with little room for unnecessary flaring or venting.
So the new guidelines actually provides for no flaring, no venting, and you are supposed to put in place a plan on how to capture some of these methane emissions. So going forward, both existing and the new facilities are supposed to comply with these guidelines. So they need to design their system in such a way that methane emissions are not just released into the atmosphere.
The move comes after years of significant losses. Executive Director of the Africa Center for Energy Policy, Benjamin Boachi, says Ghana has wasted enormous amounts of gas that could have generated electricity instead of being flared.
Between 2019 and 2025, Ghana flared approximately $600 million worth of natural gas from its petroleum operations. During the same period, the country spent even more importing liquid fuels to generate electricity because it could not fully utilize the gas it was producing.
But he cautions that regulations alone will not solve the problem unless they are enforced.
Spoken today, I've appreciated the need for us to move into implementation. There are already some similar regulations that were only on the shelf and never got implemented.
Industry players, however, say they are ready. Mansa Kamasa is the lead for environment at Ghana Gas.
The plans are far advanced. We've been engaging service providers who can provide us with methane sensors, monitoring sensors to fix at our major installations, because it's a gradual implementation of the regulation, and all the various equipment, flow meters, measuring equipment that are required to be able to fulfill these regulations. Ghana Gas have made provision for it.
Under the new guidelines, oil and gas companies have 6 months to submit methane leak detection and repair plans. They are then expected to progressively implement the measures with the goal of achieving full compliance over the next 5 years. For JoyNews, Michael Ashale.
You're still watching Prime Business. We have more for you after this break.
Hey, what's up?
Life. It's moving so fast. Yesterday I was in class 4. Today I'm almost in JHS. My shoes don't fit me anymore. My voice is deeper. I was watching cartoons, but now they say I'm too old for that.
The more things change, the more they'll stay the same. I still love you the same.
Come and sit that.
In a world that keeps changing, Calipo still keeps making sweet memories.
I still love it.
But I told you to have a sip not to finish it.
Calipo fruit juice drink, making sweet memories. This advert is FDA approved.
Discover Willow Lane in Sakumono, one of Ghana's most prime community. These expertly designed 4-bedroom homes feature a private elevator, 4 ensuite bedrooms, private balconies, walk-in closets, and a gourmet kitchen and a maid's quarters. Perfect for families, executives, investors, and retirees. Our community offers a swimming pool, playground, and 3-tier security for your peace of mind. Experience the ultimate in comfort, convenience, and community here at Willow Lane, Sakumon. Visit waylead.org or call 0240-111119 or 0308-040500 to book your tour today. Waylead, your trusted home builder.
Drive EVGH was built on a simple idea that driving can be better. It can be cleaner, smarter, and more refined. Today, we offer a range of electric vehicles that meet you right where you are. From luxury models that deliver power and prestige to everyday vehicles designed for practical, intelligent mobility. But we didn't stop at vehicles. We built X-Charge EV network to ensure charging is accessible, reliable, and efficient. And a dedicated service center designed specifically for electric vehicles because expertise matters. This is how the future becomes reality. Drive EV Ghana, we're leading the shift.
Let's talk hemorrhoids. Hemorrhoids are normal structures located in the anus of all mammals.
But it is only man who suffers hemorrhoidal disease because of the erect posture we have assumed and the squatting that we do to empty our bowel. Hemorrhoids consist of a special type of blood vessels which fill with blood when we are moving our bowel and help to cushion the anus against the force of transmitting the stool. Afterwards, they empty their blood, collapse, help seal the anus to maintain continence. Over time, these vessels lose the elasticity of their walls, become dilated, permanently filled with blood, leading to congestion of the hemorrhoids. The symptoms of hemorrhoids are bleeding and prolapse of the hemorrhoids when passing stool, itching and feeling of warmth in the anus and anal discharge. Laser, ligature, and longo are the modern, minimally invasive, most effective, and painless methods of treating hemorrhoids today.
Winterba Hospital, First Ghana Colorectal Center, in to serve a peculiar health need.
Hello again, welcome back to Prime Business. Climate change remains one of the greatest threats to livelihoods in northern Ghana, with prolonged dry spells, erratic rainfall, rising temperatures, and increasing pressure on water resources affecting agriculture and local economies. To strengthen Ghana's response, the Minister of State in charge of climate change and sustainability, Alhaji Saidu Isifu, has engaged stakeholders in the Upper East region as part of government's efforts to build resilient communities and improve local climate governance. Albert Sori reports.
Speaking at the Sub-National Stakeholder Engagement in Bolgatanga, the Minister of State in charge of climate change and sustainability, Alhaji Saidu Isifu, said although climate change is a global challenge, its impacts are felt most at the community level, making metropolitan, municipal and district assemblies central to the country's adaptation efforts. The engagement formed part of government strategy to strengthen coordination, build institutional capacity, and mobilize climate finance to support Ghana's commitment under the Paris Agreement.
These realities remind us that building resilience must begin where people live and work. This is why the local government remain indispensable in Ghana's climate response. The metropolitan, municipal, and district assemblies are uniquely positioned to translate national climate policies into practical interventions that protect communities, strengthen local economies, and promote sustainable development.
The Office of the Minister of State in charge of climate change and sustainability is also working towards establishing climate change units in all metropolitan, municipal and district assemblies to integrate climate resilience into local development planning and help prepare investment-ready projects capable of attracting climate financing.
We are advancing plans to establish the National Climate Change and Sustainability Hub. We're expecting that hub is supposed to be a center of gravity for climate action, not only in Ghana, but within the sub-region. At the local level, one of the key priorities, as I have said, is to establish the Climate and Sustainability Unit in all the district assemblies. They are going to drive climate action at the local level. They are going to do the advocacy. They are going to do the community sensitization.
Upper East Regional Minister Donatus Akamukuri Atanga welcomed the initiative.
The Upper East region remains one of the areas in Ghana most severely affected by climate shocks. It is fundamentally a livelihood issue. It's about the farmer whose crops fail because the rains arrive late or end prematurely. It is about the livestock owner struggling to find water and pasture during long, dry seasons. Climate resilience in the Upper East region is therefore inseparable from poverty reduction, food security, job creation, and sustainable economic transformation.
The workshop was attended by selected officials of the Regional Coordinating Council, as well as municipal and district assemblies, including their chief executives. Some of them said the initiative has broadened their understanding of climate financing opportunities available to local authorities.
We're going to go back to the drawing board and then make sure that we develop proper proposals that will meet the criteria that the people and the various organizations require, so that we can take advantage of it to the benefit of our district.
Our concentration is to build wetlands, to build dams, to build plant more trees, so that the place look greener and attractive to investors.
Albert Sori, JoyNews, Bolgatanga.
Thanks so much for watching Prime Business. I am Pius Kojobaka. Razak is next with Prime Sports.
When malaria shows up, it doesn't knock. It just takes over.
No. This fever is too much.
When malaria comes, respond with Mala-2. Fight malaria with Mala-2 tablets or syrup from Ernest Chemists. Test for malaria first before taking Mala-2. If symptoms persist for more than 48 hours, see a doctor. This advert is FDA approved.
Masses, bad referee decisions. Don't let your child's grades suffer a bad match. Ensure a straight win this academic season with curriculum-aligned textbooks and interactive tools from Pegasus Publishing. From preschool to senior high school, we have the exact game plan your kids need to ace their classes. And because it's World Cup season, you get a massive 20% off every single book. Don't drop points. Call 059-50-10175 or dash to Pegasus Publishing in Accra, Newtown, right opposite the Total Energy Station. Free delivery within Accra when you call. Pegasus Publishing, shaping minds, winning futures.
Upgrade your print game with Konica Minolta, proudly powered by SkySat Technologies. From all-in-one machines that print, scan, and copy to professional systems and heavy-duty production machines, we deliver unmatched performance. Right now, SkySat has an unbeatable offer. 1 entire year of free servicing on all Konica Minolta machines. That's 12 months of expert maintenance for new and existing customers. Visit our new VIP print center at Pegasus Place, Airport Residential Area for a live demonstration. Call us on 050-164-5180 or 0302-798-829. Again, it's 050-164-5180 or 0302-798-829. SkySat Technologies, performance that delivers every time.
From the heart of Africa we stand, building dreams across the land. Every step we take your side, helping you rise, taking you higher. Strong as a group, close as a partner. Bank of Africa lifting you higher. African Bank with global reach. BOA make your future glow. Strong as a group, close as a partner. Bank of Africa lifting you higher. African Bank with global reach. BOA make your future glow. We go there for you night and day. Strong as a group, close as a partner. Bank of Africa lifting you higher.
Bank of Africa, as strong as a group, as close as a partner.
Wakwanu buada kafi owa totro o adoyia aja agbomacho afisinala. Balala na mama dina sesi esia yo ano agbe le tomo fafa yi yo ma amadaka mala nkulam de enwu o
Good Conduct, Great Life is brought to you by Indomie. Tastes great.
More Kivo inside. Kivo Gary Soaking Mix, a taste of Ghana.
Hi there, welcome to Prime Sports with me, Razak Musbao, and tonight, Ghanaian midfielder Caleb Urenchi is on the verge of completing a record-breaking transfer from FC Nordsjælland to Premier League side Coventry City. According to Danish media, Coventry will pay some 27 million euros with up to 3 million euros in add-ons, making it the most expensive player ever sold by a Danish club and Coventry's record signing. Now, the 20-year-old chose Frank Lampard's side after being promised a key role in the team as they look to take part in this year's Premier League. His stock, of course, did rise after an outstanding season in Denmark and an impressive 2026 FIFA World Cup campaign with Ghana, where he scored a winner against Panama. Urenchi is expected to miss Nordsjælland to UEFA Conference League qualifier against Valur as he completes the move, which further highlights the Danish club's success in developing top talents such as Mohamed Kudus and Enes Nyama. Now, if the deal is completed after a successful medical and the signing of final document, Urenchi will set a new benchmark for Danish football transfers while becoming one of the latest Ghanaian stars to secure a move to one of Europe's biggest leagues. Turn attention to the women's AFCON now, and the final round of games in the group stage as opponents and the Black Queens are in action tomorrow against Mali. Now, the Queens will be aiming to bounce back when they face Mali tomorrow after suffering a 1-0 defeat to Cameroon on Sunday. Now, a win or a draw against Mali will be enough to secure qualification to the quarterfinals, where Queens are likely to face either Malawi, Zambia, or Nigeria. Now, my colleague Lawrence Beidou is in Morocco, and he has been monitoring the team's preparation and also been hearing from head coach Kim Lice Bokagrin, who has been speaking ahead of the game.
As their fights continue, tomorrow presents a big opportunity for the Black Queens to advance into the quarterfinals of the 2026 Women's Africa Cup of Nations. 3 points from their opening 2 games leaves them in second position, but that place could elude them if they lose to Mali, who they face in their final group game. A win or draw is good enough for the Black Queens to advance into the next round of the competition, and they'll be playing in Rabat, moving away from Casablanca due to the fact that they will not be topping Group D. You can see behind me the team going through their final preparations ahead of that game against Mali, which is of much importance to Kim Lice Bokagrin and then the rest of the team.
Yeah, of course, it's not negative to know that 1 point will be enough for the quarterfinal, but in the same time we need to build the confidence. We need to improve, and that's one reason that we're going to go for the win tomorrow. For me personally, I don't feel any pressure at all, not for a single second. I think for the girls, I can't talk for them, but they look pretty relaxed, and we have been, of course, talking about football and things like that, but we also try to relax a little bit and talk about other things. There have been team building activities, for example, that I think can help in this stage where we are right now. So I think it's more for us to be relaxed and enjoy the situation. We are in a good position that we know that 1 point takes us to the quarterfinal, and that's what it's all about, to make the next step. And yeah, we just need to enjoy it.
He has mentioned at his press conference earlier today about the importance of this game and how crucial it will be to their chances of keeping alive World Cup qualification hopes, as well as maybe fighting for the ultimate trophy for the very first time after missing out on the trophy 3 times when they made the final. So it's all confidence, it's all positives in the camp of the Black Queens, who are hoping to advance into the quarterfinals. From Stade Perejego, Lawrence Beidou for Joy Sports.
Lawrence Beidou there, all the way in Morocco, and he will be keeping tabs on the team in that game tomorrow against Mali. And of course, coverage of the Women's AFCON is kind courtesy Bank of Africa and Gold Fields. Now, turn attention to Still on the Commonwealth Games, particularly on Ghana's performance in the boxing competition there, and Black Bombers head coach Ofori Asari has been speaking exclusively to Joy Sports about the problems that hampered the team's preparation and performance at the just ended Commonwealth Games. Now, Ghana did endure a disappointing boxing campaign at the Games, returning home with just one medal. Now, Coach Ofori Asari has been speaking to my colleague Victor Achu-Tamaklo earlier today at his gym.
Welcome back to Ghana. How was the trip to the UK?
It's normal.
Okay. This is your 5th Commonwealth Games, is it?
No, that is my 7th.
7th Commonwealth Games.
Yes.
And how different was this from the previous ones?
Well, I think this one was very disappointing. I will be bold. Very disappointing in terms of many things, logistics, so many things, even during our preparation, up to date. If I have to continue talking, we started this training after there's a national individual championship. And the national individual championship, there was a technical committee which selected the team and the coaches as well to the camping at Winneba. We were supposed to train non-residential at the stadium for some time, but all of a sudden we were told they have to move the team to camp very fast. So the team moved to camp. There was a problem, so I didn't follow the team to the camp. Because
what was the problem?
The problem was that I'm the head coach, and they called me and they discussed everything, how we are going to the camp, everything to me. And later on, when they are giving me the letter, they didn't explain so many things to me, and they made on my letter they made it like a lead coach. We are 2 lead coaches on the letter, and I asked for explanation, and they didn't give me explanation because I'm supposed to be the head coach, and I know that 2 captains cannot stay in one ship, so I was asking for explanation. And they told me I'm still the head coach, and I said so they should let it be in the letter. So when I was arguing about this, because the other coach was the assistant was a coach that I trained. It was a coach that I took him through a coaching course as well. Yeah. So he cannot be the same shared head coach with me, because maybe how do we plan?
Who was this person?
Charles Quote. He's a good friend of mine. Yes. I train him in the national team. He's a very good person. He's not a bad person, but they are not putting things the way they are supposed to put. Even later on, when I didn't go to the camp, I was training. They called me and I said no. I don't want to.
So he took charge of the first phase of the team's campaign?
Yes.
From Winneba to the Accra Sports Stadium?
Yeah, from the Accra Sports Stadium to Winneba.
Okay.
I was there at the Accra Sports Stadium, but when the letter came, and I didn't explain it to me, I withdrew.
You didn't go to Winneba?
I didn't go to Winneba I think 2 weeks or so. Right. I wasn't there. Okay. The first week and the second week as well. Okay. So I was called by the GOC, and they were talking to me to go to the camp.
Were they the ones who wrote this letter to you, the Ghana Olympic Club?
It was the Federation.
The Amateur Boxing Federation.
Okay. So when I explained it to the reason why I'm not coming to the camp, and they make it clear, and they called the Federation heads and things, and so we came there, and everything was resolved that I have to go back to the camp. So I told them my hands are tight now because I was preparing Theophilus Alote. So Theophilus Alote is ranked in all the major bodies, and very soon he's going to fight for a world title. Yeah. So I can't just leave Theophilus Alote like that. So the only option that I can come back is that then I have to find a way to bring Alote to the camp, so that alongside I can prepare Alote. And they agree on that. So together. I was also being an amateur boxer, so it was a help even to the team for his experience and everything. And we went there. So when I went there, I called the coach there. We discussed about the training plan. I even sent him a copy of the training program that we will use to prepare the boxers. And we started very fine, comfortable. We weren't having any problem where I have to allow him to play a role. I allow him to play a role where if I'm going to do something and I have to leave it for him, I give him all that respect. And there was other assistant coaches as well, Coach Daniel Latekwe, and then one called Ben Amano.
Right.
Yes. So we were there preparing the boxers. And but then the team has been already selected because I told you there was a technical.
Who were the members of this technical team that selected?
I don't know, but I can say I think there was one person I know. He's called. He's a soldier. I don't know his rank, but he's called Charles Bernard. And so they made everything. And so I was there. And we started training the boxers. They were doing well. We were doing.
So the 10 that you took to the Commonwealth Games were the products of this technical committee.
The 10 and there were other boxers also there.
Right.
There were other boxers. They were about initially. I think I didn't know the number actually, but I think they were more than I think 20 or so. So even before I read there, they've thrown the team down. That in some which I've never even seen them has been reduced already, and remaining about few of them, together with the 10 boxers that we took to the camp. And the 10 boxers that we took to the competition, there are other boxers also there who are part of the team. Their weight category that they are going to fight and all those things has been already done before I reached there. I wasn't the one who arranged for who to be the number, this 55 or 57, but I know that all the boxers that are in camp are good boxers. All we need is to train them. So I wasn't too much interested in that side about that kind of selection because it has been selected, and the people who selected, I think I didn't have anything against them because they select the team from the championship, the championship that was held here in Accra. So I don't have anything to say about it. I was around watching the championship because I have a club also participating. So I was there and I saw everything. So I'm not against anything that the technical committee did. But when I went there, I was working with the
now let's
other
talk
coaches
about
there.
You, before, when the team returned from Winneba to Accra, what was that preparation like? You've mentioned that the contract issues, the letter issues had been resolved, and you had a good working relationship with your assistants. In terms of what the team needed to prepare here, so maybe it could be the equipment, it could be the kits that they would wear to train, the apparel, their feeding, and the regular stuff that they need to train. What was that experience like?
Yeah, when I reached there, some of the boxers, they were training with their own gloves. Their gloves that they brought from the club. That is what they were using. So sometimes somebody is holding 10 ounces gloves, another person is holding 14, another person is holding 16, and they were working together with all these things. It is not good, but that is what I came there and met. And when we are going to do sparring, we have some few gloves there, which the federation provide. That one, we use that one for sparring. And so the boxers, they are using their own thing. I even discovered that some of them even have a torn canvases and things. So I even used my own. I gave them out some of my canvas that I brought to the camp out to train for them to train.
So you had to even be giving them
canvas. Some of them, they can testify by going to, and you will see. I gave out some of them canvas. Even when we were there and they were asked to come and fight Nigeria at the sports stadium. Yes. When we came there to fight, there were things that we need to hydrate them after the weighing. I was the one who bought those things and gave it to the boxers to hydrate. I was the one, and I gave the receipt to the one who is the camp commandant there. But nothing was even paid. But I didn't care because it's a small money. But
wait, you have seen all of these issues. So no proper equipment, kits for the boxers. Did you ask questions at that point? Because I feel like these are things that, given your experience, you should not be comfortable. Did you ask questions?
Yes, I asked questions about it. But
what did you ask?
I even asked for ice bath for the
boxers.
The boxers. That one they provide when they provide. And then as for the gloves, the reason why I didn't continue putting pressure on them is that we were using it for the ordinary combat school, and we're not using that for the sparring because we have few equipment for the sparring. So it would be like I'm disturbing. So I didn't put that too much pressure on that. But it was the boxers individually having their own gloves that we used to do other things, and they don't have kits like giving them canvases, which previously that is done. Previously, when you come to the camp, they will give you training equipment, and you will have your canvas, you have your windbreaker, you have your things that training things that you use. And this is a Commonwealth Games, you see. So I am expecting that all these things must be provided. I saw them giving out T-shirts to brand them, but even that T-shirt, they share it only for the athlete. And when I asked for mine, they told me it's finished. They told me it's finished.
They didn't plan for you.
I didn't plan for me, so I didn't say anything because it's just an ordinary.
In terms of the equipment and the kit issues that you raised, after the Amateur Boxing Federation did not come forth or did not solve these issues, did you escalate it to the Ghana Olympic Committee?
That's why I'm saying that when we were there, the Boxing Federation, they don't have control over us there. It is the
Commonwealth Games Association
that have control over us there.
Did you escalate it to them?
So they were coming there, the federation, they were coming there, they were complaining, the federation itself, because I have to complain to the federation.
And the federation
has to, I can't go straight to them. So the federation were complaining about so many things, but it's like they weren't giving the full this thing to do what they are supposed to do. So I'm also a coach, and I have to play my role or whatever the situation, which sometimes I does, like how I contribute by giving out my canvas and other things.
When you arrived in the UK, some of the concerns that you raised about the training kits, the equipment, like the boxing gloves and those other things, did you get these equipment when you arrived for the tournament in Glasgow?
No, first we were told when we get there, we'll get equipment. But I told the boxers to at least have a backup. They should have what they were using. So when we reach there and there's nothing like that, then we continue using their own things. So when we reach there, truly, there wasn't something like that. So we were using our own gloves. When we go to the training center, sometimes we borrow some of the head guard and other things that
you borrow them from who?
From the camp of those organizers, the teams that are there. They have an organizer who is controlling the camp.
Yes.
So we borrow it from them.
Did they ask for money for these things?
No, but it was a borrow, so right. They didn't ask for money, and so they also provide some of it for us, even some of our own things.
So let's talk about the specifics and what you borrowed. So you borrowed the gloves.
We borrowed. We were using their gloves, the one that for the competition.
Yes.
We were using it.
Yes.
But those one that we have to do for combat school and things,
yes,
like what we were using from the camp in Ghana. That was what we were using.
Right.
And sometimes you may need head guard, which we don't have.
you have to go and borrow
a car protector. That one we will borrow.
So at that point, from the very first week, it became clear that the equipment will not come. So
that one, because it was for training.
Yes.
I didn't say anything because we were managing the ones that we have. But in terms of going to the games, we are sure that everything will be provided for us there. So we know that, when we reach there, we will get all those things. But we reached there and they told us, it will come. It's on its way come. By Friday, everything will be here.
But when the game started, we saw your boxers wearing very nice jerseys, so at least that's what appeared on TV. You don't seem excited because I said it looked nice.
Yeah, I was surprised when he said it's nice. What the work I was doing, and I was doing it for Mother Ghana.
In terms of the previous experiences, how different is this from other Commonwealth Games that you have led the boxing contingents?
Yeah, this is very, very disappointing because even from the camping, they put up some rules that I don't understand. A coach like me, when a journalist come to want to talk to me, I don't have right to talk to any journalist. And if even the journalists want to talk to me about something else, and I spoke about something else, they will still call me. Why did I talk to the media?
When you say they, who are you talking about? The
I'm talking about the Commonwealth Games Committee. Sometimes they will even call my president to warn me. So my president will even call me and talk to me that I shouldn't talk to the media. Then sometimes I will even get annoyed with my president and tell him that, why can't I talk?
Is there a specific person at the Commonwealth Games Committee who was doing this, who was stopping you from your media engagements?
It was the leader from the camping, and then like I told you, sometimes they will tell my president to stop me, not to talk to anybody, and then the committee leaders, CDM and all those people.
No, the CDM, we know him, but when you say the leader, who are you talking about?
I'm talking about the camping commander there.
Who was that?
It's called Edmund also.
Well, interesting revelations there, and I'm sure the conversation is going to continue, and you can catch the full interview on YouTube and all our social media handles. That's all we have for you tonight on Prime Sports. Thank you very much for your company. We'll be back same time tomorrow. And up next is PM Express, and it's a big conversation with Dennis Miracles Abuaji.